We're ready to go racing here at the Great American Speedway. It's the Ford 500 here at Texas. On the pole is a Ford Fusion, the 14th Jake West, who's outside the 96 of Stephen Baker. Then 30 of Justin Zeidel, 4th is Steven Taylor, and running out the top 5 you have Derek Hamill. Then 6th you have Patrick Smith, 7th is Johnny Gardner, then 8th you have Trey Rainey, 9th is Jonathan Rains, and Danny Lloyd rounds out the top 10. The rest are starting lap with Taylor Bryant Bryce and Jake Galloway. They have Alexander Rowe and Sebastian Kukulon, Colton Yo and John Gambit. Then there's TJ Hanley second in points and Joe Jefferson the 41. They have Mac Johnson, Eli Bright, Jack Marshall, and Nathan Stapleton. Then there's Griffin Lynn and Carter Friesen, Code Luigi and Tyler Fink. They have Jay Jefferson in points leader Luigi Octavo. Then there's Derek Bouchard and Benny Watson, Steve Morgan and Riley Sampson. They have Carson Bowers and Diego Yepez, Isaac Nichols and Jeff Bright. Then you have Luke Rainey and Max Anderson, Steve Lucker and James Dablito. And in the final row, you have Jonathan Beefer in the 33, Dale Lightning in the 51, 2 is outside. There's your Ford car lap here for the Ford 500. Let's get it going with the starting command.
In honor of the Highway Patrol's 75 years of service, gentlemen, start your engines.
Guys, let's go out there and have some fun today. Just like I said today in the meeting, you know, this is a good racetrack. It's a good place for us. I think the pit crew's ready to go. Let's go have some fun.
Rolling off the starting grid here at Texas. Getting ready to go racing in the Lone Star State. Leading the field to green, the Ford 500 will be a Ford of Jake West. They have 2 Toyotas of Stephen Baker and Justin Zeidel. And their first Chevrolet starting in the 4th position. Last race winner Steven Taylor in the 31. We'll see how this race goes. It's been wild in the past. It's been calm in the past. We'll know after 51 laps who gets to victory lane. West going to try and lead all 51 to get to victory lane. It's a tall task to do low. Pace car in. West. Baker. Front row. Into the quad oval. We're racing at Texas. Green flag is in the air. Zeidel, a big run from the 3rd starting position off of 4. He's going to be the guy to lead lap number 1. Wreck into the quad oval. Kukulon comes up the track and gets so many others. That is the big one. I saw at least 2 cars go spinning into the quad oval. And then they came up and got numerous more cars. Zeidel leads us back to the caution flag. And I don't know the cars that got away. Not many. One of the last ones to get away may have been TJ Hanley. The rest, it was just on from there. Kukulon with the first go around. Then look at all the damage. So many cars involved in a lap 1 incident. Zeidel leads us back. Is that Hamill coming down already? I don't know about that, but some cars do come down pit road. So Hamill, first come down pit road, should be the first to leave pit road as well. But we'll see what happened to Kukulon, and I think another car behind him got spun out as well. We've seen this happen on lap 1 numerous times in the Gatorade Cup Series. 3 wide, Colton Yo with the big move. He just kind of slides up and gets Kukulon right there and spins that 3 down into the grass, and it's on from there. 3 with a wild ride. We saw this with the 1 of Jeff Bright. Looks like Galloway just got clipped but keeps it straight. There's where Jake Galloway, Galloway got clipped and kept it straight along with the 19. Eli Bright got clipped by John Gam up into the wall hard. And then back there, the 13 may have gotten spun around in the middle of all that. There's Carter Friesen. There's a 10 spinning through the grass. The 2 of Luke Ray, Benny Watson, Nichols, Bowers, it looks like in the 6. It looks like Lloyd in the 19 just got clipped but kept it straight. Galloway also got clipped pretty hard. But he kept it straight as well, but he has some damage to both sides. And there's 72 of Rowe into it. Right there, John Gambit comes down, gets Eli Bright, and that's where the 88 went around and got his damage after getting clipped by the 77. But then what happened behind? Some more cars wrecked in the back. Oh, that was a whole different deal. Oh, they were 4 wide with Riley Sampson, the 18, and some others, and they had their own wreck back here. 4 wide is just not what you want here. Texan squeezed right there, and a few cars got damaged in that. So that's the big one. To start out the race, 2 separate incidents. Back in front, Justin Zeidel. Derek Hamill comes down pit road. The rest of the cars stay on the racetrack, and Zeidel will be the race leader once we get back green. Coming back green here in lap number 6, Jake West has inherited the lead due to Justin Zeidel coming down the pitch just a lap prior. There he is, getting up speed along with Danny Lloyd. So Lloyd also came down those 2 JGR cars. So up front now, Jake West will be the race leader with Johnny Gardner in second, Stephen Baker in third, Jonathan Rains fourth, and Steven Taylor in fifth. Of the cars that came down pit road, Derek Hill the first will restart this race in 11th. He just took on fuel. From that crash, the cars out are Jeff Bright and Isaac Nichols. It looks like Derek Bouchard never took the green flag. That's a very interesting thing there. 39 cars still left in this race, and Zaydell and Lloyd just came down pit road. So this race getting turned upside down pretty quickly. West out front for the restart. Gardner in second. We're back racing. Green flag is back out. And a good jump there for the 14 Jake West. Yeah, but 43 Gardner also right there along with Baker. The front four get away. Baker to the inside for second as Jonathan Rains by him in the 4. Now down the backstretch. West trying to hold it. Starting on pole, remember, lost it. But then once the 20 came down, he got right back. And now Baker side by side with Jake West through 3 and 4. Here comes Rains. Here comes Taylor. Taylor can get 2 in a row in the Gatorade Cup Series. Winning at Chicagoland. Stephen Baker leads the lap. Here comes the 4. Jonathan Rains down low. He gets underneath that 96 through 1 and 2. Slides up a little. Gets a little tight. But keeps it side by side. Dead even as they come off turn number 2. A little bit of advantage for the 4. Still side by side into turn number 3 now. Here comes Derek Keller. He said he came down pit road. Got some fuel. Don't know what that would benefit you with because you're going to have to make a pit stop anyway. But he has some more fuels. Baker got to the outside wall on the 96. Drops back. As Colton will move underneath him. 5 cars break away now at the front, led by Steven Taylor, but might not have it for much longer. The 15 Taylor Brian Price down the bottom lane, but Taylor with a good run as he comes off of the middle. 3 wide a little bit further back. Stephen Baker and Johnny Gardner getting a little close there. Comes Patrick Smith in the 34. 5 cars once again have still broken away, but here comes the 34, the 43, and some others. Here comes John Gammett in the 77. 3 wide right here. Here's the rest of the field coming on back. Some of these cars flying on by. Some others here just trying to keep it up to speed. See the 20 still trying to slide his way through traffic, same with the 19. The rest of the cars with damage. Side by side down the back for the race lead. Jonathan Rains, Steven Taylor side by side into turn number 3. Rains with the preferred lower lane. Taylor trying to use the high side to get a run. But through 3 and 4, it's going to be the 4. Jonathan Rains. As he comes off a 4 with the race lead. Rains now leads the 4 at 500. Trey Rain with the run in the 95. Caution's out. Yellow is out. Front stretch. 88 again. Jay Jefferson again. Watson, Zaydell, and Yepes comes in. Gets the 6 and the 3. Yellow number 2. Same spot as the first one. Here come these drivers racing back. They have to be careful here. Taylor to the inside of Range trying to get back. Through 3 and 4. Off of 4. Leads us back to the caution. It's gonna be Steven Taylor in the 31. Back in front. Excuse me. Big crash. Watson's done. Eli Bright got more damage. And the 20 is Zaydell also went around. So we'll see how this happened. These 3 racing are 3 wide. And it looks like Carter Friesen comes up and pitches Eli up into the 78. And those 3 go around. You can see the 78 a little bit off the ground. And they slam the wall hard. Eli up off the ground. Octavio, your points leader, does a great job missing it. Zaydell's coming in here. I don't think he has anywhere to go. Watson's getting the 78 hard. Zaydell just gets hit right there in the 20. And then here comes, these guys are slowing. And here comes the one of Yepes. He just nails the 6, the 3, and then that just starts a chain reaction to the 13. So tough break there for some of these drivers. Some are going to be out. Some are going to be damaged now and slower. I just think the 38 Friesen maybe, I don't know, thought he had more room than he did. Kind of came up and just hit Elap into Jefferson. I don't really know what that 38 was doing right there. And there's Kukulon, nowhere to go, third in points. So going board some of the drivers, they either missed this or were involved. First, Octavio, your points leader, escapes a near hit. So he's towards the back of the field, but somehow he misses this one. So he's getting a run here, and you can see him make contact. He kind of slows down. He's going to get low right there and just misses. If he was maybe just a foot over to the right, he would have been involved. So also going board third in points, Sebastian Kukulon, as he gets caught up. He had slowed them right there. He hit a little bit, but then right there, that's the main blow, and then one of the Yepes came pile driving into the 6 and the 3. That's the reason for caution number 2. Back in front, Steven Taylor leads us back, and they're on pit road to make their pit stops. Has anyone decided to stay out on the track? Looks like Luke Rainey, Jake Galloway, and Patrick Smith. 3 cars trying to get track position. Maybe they think these drivers cannot make it from here. So it'll be interesting to see how the strategy is going to play out. We'll see who leaves pit row in front. Jonathan Rains, 2 tires, leaves. Taylor, a little bit of a longer stop. He leaves with 2 as well. 2 tires to call down pit road. Rains first off in the 4 car. We'll have to restart behind some damaged cars. So it looks like 6 cars stay out on the racetrack. Reigns, first off, is going to restart around 7th. Up front, though, for the restart will be Patrick Smith. 34 car stays out. He's out front now in the Ford 500. Here we come back green this time on lap number 15. Patrick Smith stayed out. He's your race leader. From that crash, the cars out are Diego Yepes, Carson Bowers, Benny Watson, and Jay Jefferson. Car freeze and Eli Bright with damage in 35th and 34th. Patrick Smith stayed out. He's your race leader. Jake Galloway also stayed out. He's in 2nd. Luke Ray in 3rd also stayed out. Danny Lloyd came down pit road. He'll be 4th. He came down pit road under the first caution. He'll be 4th now as he stayed out. Jonathan Beeford 5th also stayed out. Lawrence Sebastian Kukla in 6th. But those two have some damage. Then you have Jonathan Racer first off pit road in the 7th position. He took on 2 tires. So we'll see how this restart goes for Patrick Smith as he's out front. And we are back racing. And he got a big jump over Galloway and the others. 4 of Reigns gets to the bottom of the 3 already. It's 4th, Luke Ray, Jake Galloway battle side by side down the backstretch. So the 4 getting by the 3 and the 33. They're just falling back. They're slow. So Patrick Smith definitely pulled away. He's now your race leader. It's the battle for 2nd between Luke Rainey, Danny Lloyd, and Jake Galloway. And there comes Taylor and some of the other drivers that took on 2 tires on that stop, trying to march their way through the field and get back up to the front. Lloyd really tight down low, allowing the 31 to get a run down the backstretch. And Steven Taylor gets to 3rd. Remember, he took on 2 tires on the pit stop. He's trying to get there. They're almost 4 wide back here, pretty close between teammates Lloyd and Galloway. They get sorted out. Here comes 2nd in points, TJ Hanley with a huge run. Big run, and through 1 and 2, Hanley has broken his way inside the top 10, trying to get to the points lead. Up front for 2nd, Taylor on those 2 fresh tires, moving towards the front. Here comes Trey Rainey with the big 3-wide move on Jake West and Johnny Gardner. Can he get it settled down in the bottom lane? Keeps it down there. Patrick Smith, the only he's seen, he's pulling away because of the battles behind. And up front, still that battle for 3rd. Trey Rainey and Luke Rainey are side by side during turn 1. Here comes the 15 of Taylor Brian Price. Gardner, Luke Rainey slow. Up top, drops back. TJ Hanley coming. Jake West is coming. Hanley going underneath Luke Rainey right here in the 2. Oh, back there, the 19 spun around Danny Lloyd. And more contact. Octavo involved, your points leader. Up against the wall, Alexander on the 72. Yellow flag is out. And Patrick Smith's big lead is gone. 3rd caution of the day in only 19 laps. Lloyd gets spun around and he collects the points leader, Lee Jack Table. We'll see how this happened. Well, 4 wide, definitely not going to work here at Texas, and get some more. So Stapleton's trying to give the 19 room. He comes down and gets into Stablio. Then they get into Lloyd. 19 trying to keep it straight, but Kenny gets spun around. Stablio does get involved a little bit right there. Then he comes up the track, and that's where the A3 guy has damage from Octavo. Lloyd did a great job. See all the debris flying there. So the A3 hit hard, and Rowe had nowhere to go as well. So these guys flying in, they get high out of the way. See how Octavo had missed, but I think the 10 got into him. Yeah, he tried to go high right here, and the 10 coming back up, and well, they also squeezed the 21 to the wall, and that's where Rowe got all of his damage. And I think the A3's day may be done. I don't know for sure. 72's day is definitely done. Also, Tyler Fink does have some damage from this. On board with Octavio, your points leader. Heavy damage. He might lose it, as his teammate TJ Hanley, 2nd in points, is currently inside the top 10 and still gaining. So caution number 3 here at Texas. Patrick Smith's lead is gone as he's on pit row. So maybe the drivers that stay out, they're going to be finally coming down pit row. We'll see if maybe Luke Rainey, I see Galloway on pit road. I'm looking to see if that 2's on, but I think Rainey may have stayed. I don't know, he's on pit road. A whole bunch of cars at the back of the pack are on pit row as well. We should expect to see the 34 off pit road in front. The rest of the cars stay on the racetrack. They came down pit road under the last caution. It'll be Steven Taylor out front the 31. Here we come back to the green flag on lap number 23. Steven Taylor is out front. Alexander Rowe out from that crash leaves those 34 cars on the racetrack. Steven Taylor out front. Trey Rainey is in 2nd. Taylor Brian Price in 3rd. Johnny Gardner 4th. TJ Hanley rounds out the top 5. So of the cars that came down pit road, there's Danny Lloyd, there's Eli Bright, and the first car off of pit road is up here, the 34 in the 21st position. Top 20 stay on the racetrack. We're back racing. Green flag back out for Steven Taylor and the rest of the field. 31 with a pretty good jump right there. Here comes the 15 Price for a second on Trey Rainey. The 95 did not get a good restart. Side by side for a second, down the backstretch. Here comes TJ Hanley in the 23. Texan looking to win at Texas for what I would believe would be the first time in his career. He's been so close here. He's had issues, and I don't think he's ever pulled it through here at Texas. So it would be big if he could win here in the Gatorade Cup Series and get to the points. And third win of the season would be if he wins. He's going for third. Taylor's been out front for the last few laps. He won Chicagoland last season over Hanley. Last race, excuse me. But here comes Price to the bottom lane, the 15 car. Pretty good run, but trying to stay beside that third one. A little bit tight down low. Down the backstretch, off into turn 3. Still side by side. Hard racing at the front. John Gambit looking to make it 3 wide. There's the driver that started 42nd. Dale Lightning up inside the top 10. Could be going for a top 5 spot here shortly. Taylor Brian Price clears. Steven Taylor back to second. He's on the outside lane. 15 kind of comes up. There's the 23. Hanley getting tight. John Gambit looking low. Dale Lightning looking underneath both of them. Hanley going to try and get the push here from Trey Rainey and get clear. Couldn't quite get it done. Gambit had too big of a run. Still 2-car breakaway at the front. It's back here a battle for third. Raging on between 4 drivers. Jake West looked like onto the low. Johnny Gardner still side by side for third. John Gambit, TJ Hanley, Dale Lightning, Trey Rainey. There's Max Anderson and also the 7 of Griffin Lynn. Now Hanley off the track. 3 wide. Trey Rainey to the middle. Dale Lightning down low. A little bit of a squeeze there. John Gambit escapes in third. Going to try and run those front 2 down. They have Jack Marshall back there in the 22. Here comes the 40 to the 37, 14, 41. Here's the 34 and the 2. Slicing through cars on fresher tires. They have just a few laps fresher tires, but it's working for them. They're slicing through the field. Remember, those 2 stayed out 2 cautions ago. Then last caution, they came down here. They got some tires. Here they are marching through the field. They could get a good finish out of this. Back up front, 4 cars break away. Price, Taylor, Gambit, Rainey, Lightning. Your first forward is Jack Marshall in 9th. And Patrick Smith still slicing through traffic. He just got by, looked like the 96 of Baker. Now he's just getting by the 42 of Code Luigi. Move himself up to 11th. Could be going for 10th here shortly. Hey, he's underneath the 22 for 10th. So Patrick Smith is moving through the field with Luke right now. I'd not be surprised to see those 2 get up to the lead if we have another caution. Price Taylor still 1-2 at the front. Battle for third. Trey Rainey by John Gambit. Backstairs trying to get by Dale Lightning. There's the 34 and the 2 still on the bottom lane moving forward. Now we might have some lap traffic to deal with. Octavo slow in 3 and 4 along with Sampson. They're a pretty good ways away, so I don't know if we'll see them come into play. Down the backstretch, Taylor is all over the back of that 15 car. He's looking to make a move at any point. He's looking a little bit lower here through 3 and 4. He has a little bit of a run possibly. Off of 4. Right to his bumper. Can he get maybe a side draft? Pull that 15 car back. Through 1 and 2. They're side by side. 22 laps to go. Up front. Price, Taylor are side by side. Trey Rainey is 3rd. Lightning is 4th. Anderson's 5th. Patrick Smith going for that top 5 in the 34. Slicing and dicing through traffic. Could be going for 4th here and shortly. That 34 and that 2, they are fast on those fresher tires. Smith to 4th. Lightning back to 5th. Luke Rainey up to 6th. Unbelievable what those 2 have done. Up front, again, Taylor onto the back of the 15. Trey Rainey is 3rd. Patrick Smith now 4th. But Dale Lightning looks underneath that 34. This could really hurt Smith's momentum they had going. And Luke Rainey trying to get by that 34 to his first car in fresher tires. Once again up front, side by side as they come off 4. Squeezing that 15 of the track, trying to get that side draft. 20 laps to go. Dale Lightning re-grabs 4th. Luke Rainey grabs 5th. 3 cars pull away. All 3 Chevrolets. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th in a big battle. Luke Rainey trying to get by Dale Lightning to get up to 4th and run down those front 3. Remember, Rainey has some fresher tires just like the 34 does. And through 3 and 4, Max Anderson looking underneath the 2 of Luke Rainey, so that'll stall any momentum that 2 maybe had. And I think maybe they used up some of their tires getting through traffic. Now they might be just as equal as some of the others, but we'll see. Up inside the top 5. They just have to keep it on the bottom lane. And speaking of keeping it on the bottom lane, 34 Taylor went way up the track, and Trey Rainey with a big run to the bottom lane. Got a little tight though in that dirty air, and I don't think he can keep it beside that 31. I think Taylor might be able to clear him right here. Push from the 15, Taylor Brian Price, and Steven Taylor re-grabs first. Patrick Smith up to 4th. Colton Yo behind. Max Anderson had to check up there. Luke Rainey has to check up behind him. Dale Lightning has a huge run to the bottom lane. Up front, 9 cars pull away. 10th and 11th. Griffin Lynn, John Gambit. Here comes Galway and some fresh tires in the 11 car. He's starting to move through the field. And here's some of the others on older tires. Some are damaged as well. You have those two. So they might catch Octavio, actually. They're closing in on him. Trey Rainey now going for the race lead again. Off of 4. Patrick Smith gonna make it 3 wide down the quad oval. 3 wide into turn 1. Patrick Smith at the preferred lower lane. Trey Rainey at the preferred middle lane as well. Taylor up top. Here comes Colton Yo on the 37 as well. 2 tandems at the front. Trey Rainey getting the draft from Steven Taylor. Smith with the draft from Colton Yo. It'll be Patrick Smith on those fresher tires. Out front now in the Ford 500. Colton Yo trying to run down in second. Taylor Brian Price back on the bottom lane. He's coming. 34 up high a little bit. 37, Colton Yo digging hard, trying to get down low. That 34 went wet the track. Here comes Colton Yo. To the bottom he goes. Dead even with the 34 down the backstretch, pulling him. Now up into turn 3. Trey Rainey looking 3 wide. He goes to the bottom lane. Patrick Smith up top. Getting a good run off that top side though. Yo leads. He was 3 laps away from a victory last race when an issue mechanically on the car took him out of the race. And now contention. He had a 7-second lead when that happened. Now he's out front leading the Ford 500, and they're bound for a second behind. Can he pull away and win this time? Still tons of time left, over 10 laps to go. Anything can happen. Max Anderson for second. Taylor Brian Price on the 15. Going for third. Side by side. They're catching Octavio. Here they come into turn 1. Octavio points leader slow ahead in the 34th position. Patrick Smith back down low. Trying to make a 3-wide move as 2 teammates back there. Luke Rainey and Jack Marshall battle side by side. It's allowing Galway to try and close in on this pack. John Gambit just behind him. Now 2 cars break away. Yo and Anderson, 2 teammates. Right now 1-2. Back there almost some contact for third. They're 3 wide. Here they come onto Octavio on the A3. Where does Yo go to try and get by? Gets slowed a little bit right there, but can he get to the bottom lane of that A3 car? He gets down there. Can he get by? Max Anderson will run with their side by side. He moves to the bottom down the straightaway easily, and he closes on his teammate Colton Yo. Patrick Smith looking low. He gets down there for third. Taylor Brian Price 4th gets down low. Dale Lightning slides up into the 95. Trey Rainey almost 3 wide back here. Steven Taylor, Luke Rainey, Jack Marshall. Who's going to get by the lap car? It looks like it could be Marshall. Close there for Trey Rainey. Luke Rainey gets by as well. He's trying to at least. Jake Galway gets by. Here comes Taylor. Trying to get by. He does as well. Up front for the racing. Teammates side by side. They catch Sampson. And Yo gets by him as well. 3 cars. Colton Yo, Max Anderson, Patrick Smith. Taylor Brian Price in 4th has just moved up into the lane. The 18 has slowed himself down. 5th is Dale Lightning. They have Jack Marshall, Luke Rainey, Jake Galway, Steven Taylor, and John Gambit. Now your top 5 is Trey Rainey, falling back to 11th. And here comes 12th Griffin Lynn, Johnny Gardner, Joe Jefferson, some of the others back here, just trying to gain positions any way they can. I believe that might be the last of the damaged cars we catch. 33 Jonathan Buford could be close there. Patrick Smith is up to 2nd in the 34. Trying to run down Colton Yo in the 37. We come to the stripe, and we see 10 laps to go. Only 10 laps left, 15 miles in the Ford 500. It's a long endurance race. But who comes out on top? 3 cars with a shot as of now. But if they start battling, it could be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. As Taylor Brian Price, Dale Lightning could have a shot. Jake Galloway's moved himself into the top 6. Smith trying to find a way around, trying to get out of that dirty air. He's looking low on Colton Yo on the 37. To his quarter panel. Couldn't quite get there. Trying to still look low. Looks like he's down there. Oh, spin! Spin on the front stretch. And the yellow flag is out. Yellow is out. Johnny Gardner, Cole Luigi, Joe Jefferson, and others. Hamill goes around. Octavio involved again. Fink involved. It might have been Gardner the first go around. Now they're racing back side by side. This is for the lead on the restart. Patrick Smith down low. He might have it. Smith backs the line first. He'll lead us back to the green flag once we get going. With under 10 laps to go, yellow flag comes out as Gardner goes for a spin with Tyler Fink, Cole Luigi, and some others. And those guys' days are done. Look at the damage to all these drivers. We'll see how this happened. It looks like maybe the 43 Gardner the first go around. I really don't know what this is about. Joe Jefferson, the 41 down low. Johnny Gardner is up top. And that 41 just comes right up and gets Gardner right here. I don't know if something happened either earlier in the race or what, but that was a flat-out dump right there. And Joe Jefferson slams on the brakes. Cole Luigi trying to get behind the outside, has nowhere to go, and he hits hard into Gardner. Then the 42 comes across the track out of control. He gets into Jefferson, up into the wall hard again. Jefferson gets in the wall. There's Jonathan Raines getting involved. TJ Hanley gets some damage right there, but gets away. Here comes the 55 with the 8. Oh, the 42 got hit hard right there by the 21. Big crash, front stretch, initiated by Joe Jefferson, the 41, and this could be a rivalry going forward as Gardner, he's not gonna be too happy about that. Team with a pretty solid run going, and Cole Luigi obviously not gonna be happy. He's trying to just rebound in points. He's not had the season he's won. Now he's gonna fall again. Fink's not gonna be happy. Some of the other drivers that got damaged is gonna be happy. This could be a big controversy going forward. Oh, and Kukla, I think, got into 42 at the end. Yeah, he did. Just trying to get by and he couldn't. Well, this will give us a late race restart. Patrick Smith is out front, and the Ford 500 can he hold on over Colton Yo and teammate Max Anderson. As we go back green, that last wreck took a ton of contenders out in this one. Luigi Octavo, Tyler Fink, Cole Luigi, Sebastian Coquelin, Johnny Gardner, Derek Hamill, and Jake West all out. Riley Sampson is lap down 27th. 26 cars on the lead lap. We're come to see 4 to go once we get the green flag. Patrick Smith out front. 2 teammates behind him with Colton Yo and Max Anderson. Taylor Brown Price is 3rd, and Dale Lightning is 4th. 5th, excuse me. Some of the drivers on new tires, Jake Galloway and Luke Rainey. We'll see how they do on this restart. Smith is gone. Green flag. That 34 got away. Yeah, he got a great restart when he was leading last time as well. It was keeping that race lead pretty well as they battled for 2nd. So we'll see what happens this time if they start battling for 2nd or not. Luke Rainey on Jake Galloway for 6th. Down the backstretch. Now Max Anderson ducks low, trying to get by his teammate. We're coming to see 3 to go. There's not much time left. Whoever has it has to show it. Dale Lightning for 4th. Smith leads Anderson. 3 laps left in the Ford 500. It's led by a Ford right now, but Smith goes with the track. Big time out the racetrack. Max Anderson is charging hard. Dale Lightning side by side for 3rd. Down the backstretch, Jack Marshall, the last car in this pack, making 11 cars. That was shot. 2 cars they'll pull away. Patrick Smith leads Max Anderson to 2 laps to go this time. Dale Lightning in 3rd, in case they'll start to some sort of altercation. 2 laps left in the Ford 500, led by Patrick Smith. Now Max Anderson really messed that corner up. He's going to have to deal with Dale Lightning in the 51 coming on in the bottom lane. Lightning to his corner panel, slows him down. This is just what Smith wanted to see. We're coming to the white flag this time. Side by side for 2nd behind your race leader. Off of 4. Lightning gets clear. He'll come and see the white flag. It's Smith up front. One last time around Texas. Can Patrick Smith pull it off? Through 1 and 2. He does go up the racetrack. Lightning also up the track as well. Max Anderson going to take 2nd back. Down the backstretch is the battle for 2nd. Smith has pulled away. Off into turn number 3. Patrick Smith leads Max Anderson, Dale Lightning, Luke Rainey, and others around Texas to the checkered flag. Smith has the right strategy. He'll win the Ford 500. They called it right. They got the tires later, and that may have been what gave him the win. Patrick Smith, with the track position and the strategy, wins the Ford 500. Let's now go check the finishing results. Here are the finish results from the Ford 500 at Texas. There were 4 caution flags for 16 laps and 13 lead changes among 8 different drivers. Patrick Smith leading the most laps, 18 to get to victory lane. Here today, Max Anderson ends up 2nd, Luke Rainey in 3rd, Dale Lightning in 4th, and Colton Yo rounds out the top 5. They have Jake Galloway in 6th, Taylor Brown Price in 7th, Steven Taylor, last race winner, he ends up 8th, Jack Marshall 9th, and John Gammett rounds out the top 10. There is your top 20. TJ Hanley, second in points coming in the race. We thought maybe he'd take over the points lead. He falls to 15th, a solid finish for him, but he actually keeps second in points as Max Anderson, finishing second, moves up into the points lead. Down 21st to 40th now. 27 cars finished the race. 26 finished on the lead lap. Our few drivers down here involved in accidents. Let's now go look at the point standings. Here are the points after Texas. Max Anderson gets to the points lead by 31 points over TJ Hanley, who was second. Louis Jack Taylor falls to third. Steven Taylor is fourth. He's had a few great races now. And Sebastian Kukulon rounds out the top 5. They have Dale Lightning in 6th, Nathan Stapleton in 7th, Taylor Brown Price 8th, Jake Galloway is right now 9th, and Luke Rainey up inside the top 10. He's 10th. So there's your top 20. Your 2 wildcards right now are Carter Friesen and Trey Rainey. Friesen with the win. Rainey just the highest in points inside the top 20 without a win. So these other big names down here. Griffin Lynn, last season's champion, is 13th. Jeff Bright, season 2 champion, is 14th. John Gammon, a veteran of the series, is 15th. Isaac Nichols is 18th. How about Code Luigi in 20th, a champion of the series? He hasn't had a great season, but still holding pretty steadily. Jack Marshall with the win. He's just outside the top 20. Needs to be top 22 that win as a wild card. He's 5 points behind Code Luigi. Eli Bright gaining hard. He's trying to get into the top 20 for the first time in a long time in the Gatorade Cup Series career. Jay Jarson and some others down here trying to gain. There's the rest. So look ahead to our next race, which will be held at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Bass Pro Shops 400. I'll see you guys then.